So hello guys, this is D-Man BFP4F here once again. Back at you with another gameplay commentary. And this time the weapon that I'm holding in my hands is the M4A1 assault rifle for your assault class. And this weapon is one of my favorite weapons because it is quite underpowered, but it can be used quite effectively. The scope that I'm using on the weapon, it's a M145 Scope. I am not the gambling type of person, so I got the scope for a day in the daily draw. And what I did was I just recorded 4 videos with it because I had it for 1 day, so might as well just make use of it, right? Now most people that will have the M4A1 won't have it because they just bought it, but most people will have it because they got the Crafter set, which is a set, the dev set that comes with Viper Max, Predator Barrel and Thunderbolt stock and the M4 and the reps. So that makes it quite appealing to someone, and that's why you see the M4 quite a lot actually, because they just got the set and got the gun with it. Now I am kind of sorry because the website that I use to get all my stats for the weapon is currently not working, or it's down. I'm really not sure. But so I can't give you the real exact stats of each of the weapon. But I can just give you a brief overview of the weapon and how it performs. The attachments that I was running on the M4A1 were the Nemesis stock, because the M4A1 does have quite a lot of recoil and deviation. Actually, the worst thing about the weapon is the deviation of the weapon. The deviation is quite bad, so you have to burst fire a lot with the weapon. But since I don't like a lot of recoil and I don't like a lot of deviation, I chose the Nemesis stock since it lowers both of them, but it lowers the damage of the weapon. Speaking of damage, this weapon has just medium damage. Actually, it has quite high damage at close range. So this weapon is best used at close range. If you look at the description of the weapon in the store stats, it even says range close. So actually what it is, it's an M16, but a carbine version of the M16. So it's like the M16, but it's meant for close range. But this weapon is one of my favorites in a lot of games, including Call of Duty and stuff. I know you guys don't care about Call of Duty, but anyways. For mags, I went with Viper Max. Viper Max because the weapon has 20 bullets per magazine, which is quite low to be honest. But the damage, I wanted to up the damage a bit as well, so I could get a bit more medium to long range damage. So I went with Viper Max because it buffs both of them. Now barrel, I went with Predator Barrel, but any barrel will do. You can go with close-in, standoff, heavy. I don't care really about barrels because I don't really notice the difference they make unless you're using something that increases your velocity, because I think the weapon has a bit under average projectile velocity. I am really not sure about that. And hip fire, it's actually really weird. The hip fire of the weapon I find is actually quite good, even though it has really high deviation. I mean, I find it quite weird. Maybe I miss most of my shots but I don't even notice or something. But I notice whenever I'm hip firing this weapon, it works exceptionally well. And the scope, as I said, is the M145 Scope. And on all the guns, I have used the M145 Scope. I have to say the M4A1 is one of the best weapons to use it with. Both looks of the weapon and the usefulness. Because it just looks like it's meant for this weapon. It just looks awesome, just look at it. A lot of people disliked M145. I disliked it at first also because I like to play Sharky and close range maps, and it takes a bit longer to aim down your sights with this particular scope, and it also takes up a bit more of your screen. But with the M4A1, I don't find it that much of a problem actually. But this weapon, I'm not sure what rank it is to unlock it. But if you are not the rank, if you're the rank to get it and you don't have it from the dev set, I would not recommend you buy it because the weapon is not really good. It's more like a weapon that you want to use to challenge yourself, I should say. I use this weapon when I want to have just fun. I mean, not like using a OP weapon like the mainstream weapons like AEK or something. Because in my opinion, those weapons are quite easy and not that hard to get a lot of kills with. So when I want to have fun, I usually go for the M4 or something. And at range, the M4 isn't actually really bad. You just need to know how to use the M4. I would recommend burst firing all the way, or even tap firing, because that works really well with this weapon. Just single shots at long range and you'll do just fine. And the wield of the weapon, it's similar to the M16 because it, as I said, it is an M16, but the carbine version of it. The wield isn't actually quite bad. It's actually quite nice and fast. So that should not be much of a problem. As far as looks of the weapon, it looks really nice. It just looks like true soldier. I mean, it just looks really nice in my opinion. If the weapon just got a bit more damage, a bit better accuracy, it would be way better. But hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay commentary, and I'm out.
Not even the ground.
Gravity.